morning, everybody. Joe Ciaccio here. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. I think everybody's back from the 4th of July weekend, week of taking off. So, had some agents Heather and I were speaking to last week who were getting on the lead program. What we've seen is that even though the lead cost has gone up, agents have decided that they rather door knock than sell by phone. Not that selling by phone is not the greatest, yet it's kind of hard to get a hold of people. And I think it has a lot to do with the area you live in. Certain states like in Florida, I think that there's a lot of seniors here more so than the other states, is that the folks just don't answer their phone. So what they're seeing now is that they bought some age leads, knocking on doors, and they're making sales even from an older lead because the person wants to see people face to face. So I know the new way during COVID was to sell by phone. Selling by phone for some is great, yet for the agents who don't like doing it that way or not getting the results that they want, Heather said, Joe, I'm getting a lot more influx of people who want to get on the lead program, even though the leads are costing a lot of money. Now, I spoke to two agents last week, and they said, Joe, we know how to door knock, yet can you kind of go over some different things that you've done that you can share with us that can hopefully help us out? So, this is my style. This is the style that I picked up by listening to other people and watching other people and kind of tweaking it to what makes me feel comfortable when I go to a door. So hopefully this helps. First thing that I've learned that I know is that I am not a salesperson. I'm not your guy that goes door to door carrying a sales book with me, because what ends up happening when you go to somebody's door and you've got a backpack with you, you've got a bunch of papers with you, you've got a big huge notebook, sometimes subliminally we don't realize it, the person's going to give you, I'm busy, I can't see you, because in their mind you're there to sell something to them instead of sharing the information that they had requested. I've done it both ways. I've gone to a house with my briefcase. I've gotten into houses, I can't say I've not. Yet I did like a little test for myself years and years ago. And when I found out that I was getting into more houses without bringing anything other than a bunch of leads. And the reason I bring a bunch of leads is to let people know that I'm very busy. So when they tell me they can't see me, I fan through my leads and I said, well, I don't know when I can come back and see you. Can you just give me 2 minutes of your time? I'll be in and out of here. If you got any questions, I can answer them. I've got a schedule, let's say it's 10:30. I've got a scheduled appointment today at 11:05, so I really can't stay here that long anyway. All you want to do is get in the door. Now, agent said, Joe, well, I like taking my briefcase with me because I've got things I can go over with them, and I said, do you feel comfortable? He goes, yes. So let me kind of tell you the 5 things that you need to know that I feel a briefcase, laptop is not necessary. No matter who you're speaking to when it comes to a whole life program, primarily simplified issue that we offer for final expense, yet some people sell term, some people want term. But let's say 90% of us are going to talk about a simplified issue whole life. Here are the 5 things you should know, you need to know, and you don't need a briefcase. You've got level face amount, always going to be $10,000 a month. The premiums, whatever premiums you're going to pay will be the exact same, but they don't go up and they don't go down. So if they're $1 a month, just for an example, they're always $1 a month. I've got my hands going left to right from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock back and forth to where they can see level, horizontal. Number 3, your program grows with a cash value. So every month when you send in a payment, it goes to the cost of insurance and it also goes to a cash value account, which grows for you. Sometime you maybe need to buy a tire for your car. You may need to have some work done on your house. That is your money. You can borrow against it to do what you want with it. Number 4, you can put as many beneficiaries on this program as you want. and you may change it as often as you want. And number 5, most importantly, we're going to qualify you today. It's based on your health, your medication, and your age today. And everything we talk about is locked in today. And the company cannot go back and change anything of what we've done today. Now, there's really nothing else you need to go over with them, because we're not talking about a graded, we're not talking about a modified, we're not talking about a guaranteed issue or even a level benefit. You give them the gist of how the program works. Now, walking to a door for some people is scary. When I walked up to my first probably dozen doors, I got to be honest, guys, I really didn't feel too comfortable because I had never done it before. And it's like anything, if you've never done something before, it's kind of scary. It's like being young and being the first person on the dance floor. You said, no, I want to wait till there's more people on there to where I feel more comfortable. Yet the people that you see on the dance floor already, they have more confidence. They know that they feel comfortable with what they're doing, and they don't care what anybody thinks or says. So this is the mentality I had to get when I walked up to a door. I don't care if a neighbor's looking at me or somebody's driving by looking at me. They have no idea who I am. They have no idea what I'm doing. I'm there. I'm on a mission. I'm there to go over the information the person wanted, and my job is to get in the house. I walk up to a door. I'm 6'1", and I weigh, I'm going to tell the truth, I weigh about 235. Back in the day, I weighed a whole lot more because I used to eat more. I ate too damn much. So my thought is that when I go to a door, I don't want to intimidate a little lady that's 5'2", 5'3", or even a gentleman who's 5'10". I'm going up to their house. I'm a stranger. I did not call. I didn't say nothing. I'm just door knocking on their door. So what I've got to do is come light. No briefcase, no nothing, as I just said. I'm going to stand back from that door 10 foot. Okay? Joe, they're not going to be able to hear you, is what the agent told me last week. I said, they have no problem hearing me. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm whispering to you right now, and you can hear me. That person can hear you 10 foot away. Now, when you go to the door and you're speaking with them, we have to know we have to have some voice inflection. We have to raise our tone. We want to emphasize certain things. This information is something that you wanted. This is something that you desired. This is a card that you sent back in. As I'm standing 10 foot back, they're going to ask you, what is this about? I don't remember sending the card in. I can't see. They're going to give you all these excuses. And some of them may be, once in a while, the truth. Yet what I do is I kind of get Pam, and I put Pam all over my body. I spray myself with Pam. So whatever they say is just going to slide off. Okay? I'm going to hear it. I'm going to accept what they're saying. Yet I'm not going to allow that to make me say, okay, goodbye, and leave. I'm not going to do that. So everything that they're telling me is just sliding off of me, because your ultimate goal is to cross that 4-inch threshold to get into that house, to visit and speak with them. Not to them, with them. Your job is to have a conversation with that person. At the door. I'll have a call one day on different things that they can say and different rebuttals that you can come back with. They're going to sit and say, I don't remember sending the card in. That's probably the most common one done. I asked them, may I show you the card you sent in? I've had maybe one person doing this for 25 years that told me no. Okay, they say, just stay there and talk to me. When they say, yes, you may, I walk up to them very slowly. I have, let's say this is my pack of leads here. I walk up to them like this here with the lead sticking out. Walk up to them very slowly. Hand the whole pack to them. Hand the entire pack to them. And I come back 8 foot. I nudge them a little closer because they help me break the ice. So now I'm a little bit closer to them. They're looking at the card. They're going to say, what is this about? I don't remember sending this card in. All they're doing is they're talking to themselves out loud. That does not mean you need to talk to them when they're talking out loud. Okay? Just believe it or not, the hardest thing to do is not to talk. Oh, and me, I love talking. I'm Mr. Jibber Jabber. Yet I know when I go to the door, you got to know when to speak and when to listen. And I'm listening to what they're saying. This month, I must have sent this in a long time ago. If you have an age lead, we'll talk about that. If you have a brand new lead, just let them talk. Because what happens is that, believe it or not, you do not want to control that conversation at the door because you don't want them to think you're being too aggressive. You want them to talk and do the and the huhs and all that stuff there. And after maybe 30 seconds of them piddling, half the time they don't even read it, you're going to sit and say, I highlighted the important parts on the paper to where you can see exactly what you probably sent it in for. And that's the first line. You may see if you qualify for a state regulated program to help pay for your final expense. Then it's got how to qualify, benefits up to $35,000. Just depends on the lead you're working. Highlighted in yellow. Yellow's invigorating, is bright, it's going to catch their attention because you want their eyes to go right to that yellow spot on that paper to where hopefully that's going to catch their attention on what they sent the card in for. Now, they're going to tell you, I don't remember sending this card in. Well, just to be sure I'm at the right house, is that your name and is that your phone number? Is this your address? Yes, it is. I want that head going with some yeses. I said, okay, you probably sent this card in probably about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and you may have forgotten. I totally understand. I send things in and I forget that I send them in also. Yet I'm an old-fashioned guy. I was trained to come visit with people, to make friends, to answer the questions that they have. We do not send stuff by mail. I'm trying to squash, why didn't you mail it to me? We don't send things by mail because the mere fact is everybody's got different needs, wants, and desires because all programs are based on your age and your health. This is why I'm visiting with you to answer the questions that you have. They're going to look at you and they're going, damn, this guy's talking good. I don't want him in my house. I don't want to buy nothing. What else can I do to get rid of this guy? Here's what they're going to tell you. Oh, I remember, I just bought something. Oh, miraculously, they sent a card in even a month ago, and they just bought something. Now, you're not going to get all upset and get your butt all out of whack. You're going to say, congratulations. You're one of the very few people that I've dealt with who's actually bought something between sending in a different card. I said, great. I said, may I ask, what company did you buy from? Because you may have bought for a gentleman or a lady that works in my office. Now, what they're going to do is they're going to pause because they were waiting for you to say okay and goodbye. Yet you're on your toes and you're telling them what you just told them. And most of the time, well, I'm going to say 90% of the time, they're not telling you the truth. So now you may sit and say, well, fantastic. What company did you get it from? I don't remember. Did they leave you a receipt for what you got? No. Did the agent leave you a company card? No. I said, ma'am, I said, right here in my pocket, I carry all my company cards. And I said, no sooner than I walk into your home to visit, I'm going to give you a company card. And if we do business, which I feel we will, I'm going to give you a receipt. I'm going to let you know the name of the company. I'm going to go over everything with you so you know exactly who I am and what you're doing. May I come in so we can at least talk about what you got? I know you're on a budget. I've been known to save people a lot of money. There's other companies out there who have higher prices. I'm an independent broker. And I'm letting them know that I have a lot of carriers. I'm an independent broker, represent 27 different companies, and what I do is that I already know which company is going to fit you best based on your health and your medicines and your age. If you just give me 2 minutes, I'll be out of here. Got that appointment at 11:05. Now, do they always let you in? Most of the time they do. Okay, as long as you're nice, you're polite, you're giving them some space where they don't feel that you're encroaching into their personal zone. Because what happens is that when you get too close to somebody, like this here, even if I'm a shorter guy, I'm still a stranger. I'm still a stranger. So keep your distance back. Just keep your distance back. Seniors, today I'm in the mood of giving percentages. Seniors, I would say 75 to 85% of them want somebody to talk to. Their family may not live here. Their family, if they do, may not visit with them. And they want to just speak with somebody. The weather's nice outside. It's not too cold. It's not raining. So if you want, man, we can sit right here on your porch and I can go over everything with you. Okay? If I come inside, we'll sit down wherever you want. I'll give you the information, give you some brochures for you to think about it. So I'm just here to provide you information on this card that you sent in. Let's say they say, okay, come on in. No, let's stop. Let's say no, they don't. Say exactly what is this card about? I'm reading it, but I'm not exactly sure what it's about. Well, you either pick 3 or 4 or 5 topics that you want to lead with. People send this card in because they do not have a final expense program to take care of their burial costs to where their family will not be left burdened with all the expenses. That's number 1. Number 2, you probably already have a small program and you want to add to it because you don't have enough. Or you may want to do some cost comparison because your budgets get kind of tight and you want to see if there's something just less expensive out there. Or you maybe want to just buy something. You want to see what it costs because you know you need it and you want it. That's one way. Another way is people send this card in because they want information on a final expense program to take care of their burials so the loved ones are not left responsible with unpaid bills. Or you want information about the changes in Medicare, Medicare Advantage, Medicare supplements. Or you wanted information on a hospital indemnity plan or a cancer plan. Or you want to get information because you wanted to take care of one of your grandchildren. You got guts. You may sit and say, oh, maybe you're not happy with the amount of money you have saved at your bank and you wanted to see if you can get a higher interest rate, a higher return on your investment through something called an annuity. All you're doing is try to stimulate something in their mind, because they didn't read that on the card. You're trying to stimulate something in their mind to where they say, Rob, come on in. Rob, I like your style. Come on in. And when you talk with people, you don't become aggressive. You don't come across with a commission breath. People can feel it in the things you're saying. We radiate something to people where they're going to say, I like them or I don't. You walk into somebody's yard and it says, beware a dog. You shake that fence. And that fence, no dog comes out. No sooner you walk in that damn fence, you see some huge dog or some little cocker spaniel coming at you. That dog can scent. They can smell the fear that you have on you. They feel it because our body throws out a scent when we're scared. We can't smell it on another human, yet an animal has got that special nose they can smell. A client can feel the way you're coming across. I sometimes talk too much with my hands. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. That's just me. So when I go to a house, I try to sit on my hands, not do that. On these videos, you see my hands can't sit still. My word of advice to you guys, when you go to a door, you got to be prepared for them to give you some rebuttals. You got to be prepared on what to say when they tell you they can't afford it, they don't want it, they've already bought something, today's not a good day, I'm going to the doctor. You got to be prepared for this stuff here. You got to know where to stand. You have to know what to carry and what not to carry. And your calling card is you. Dress professional. Got some agents that wear shorts and they make a great living. Depends on your style. Your calling card is your smile. Your calling card that helps that smile out are the things that you say when you're speaking with the person. You're not rushing, you're not interrupting, you're not being rude, you're not saying, damn, I haven't made a sale in one day, I need to make a sale. You need to just be nice. This is why it's so nice, if I could, every day, have an appointment at 8 o'clock every morning, 8 o'clock, and that client, each client says, Joe, I want to buy from you. They buy just a little policy for $10, just $10. You don't know what that does to your brain because you closed the deal, you collected a check, and you got it approved. That there's the biggest pick-me-upper that anybody can have. Back in the days, when we didn't have all this electronic stuff, we had to collect a wet check, a wet app, a wet signature. I used to keep the actual applications in my briefcase for a couple of days before I overnighted them. Looking there, I said, man, I already made 2 sales this week. I've already made 4 sales this week. That gives you confidence that you know what you're doing. So based on what I said, think about if any of this stuff here I shared with you today is something you feel will help you. Okay, guys, hit them hard. We appreciate your hard work. You got any questions, give us a call. We love you. Be safe out there. Bye-bye.